Evening. I don't know who's the first. Does it really matter? Come on. Children, don't be like that. So today we are going to replicate this on the other side, and we're going to do a different version of the suspension bridge, and then we are going to attach it to the car. So okay. Wow. So I'm leaving for Germany on Thursday morning. So next stream is going to be, I don't know. I come back on Monday, so it's probably going to be on Wednesday. Our next stream is going to be on Wednesday next week. Okay. This, okay, I solved this like that. Need to remind myself. Let's get you a bit closer to the action. Well, it's not the new suspension. It's just basically the new front frame rail. Well, the new. We're going to basically replicate this stuff and install this into the car. Of course, we need to make a new suspension bridge, a new attachment for a steering rack, and after everything is inside, of course, the steering geometry will change, so we need to deal with that as well. So bear with me till I just replicate this, and then we're going to put in the stuff that we have in the car. So okay. This may or may not solve some of the problems that we had. But we'll see. It's definitely what I want. I want this this version with this geometry, and we need to make it work. There's no other way. and of course I showed this to Leon already. I also solved the problem with the A-pillar, so that's out of the way. I basically solved it like 5 minutes after the last stream ended. I just couldn't sleep and had to do it, so it's done. It's pretty straightforward. You'll see. Okay. So this is replicated. Great. Now the other challenge, the suspension bridge. For this, let's extract the old one from the car. I can show you the A-pillar, of course. Come on. See? Neatly solved. Of course, when we move everything around a little bit, it does allow some movement. We are going to deal with it because we have to. This is not acceptable. But right now, let's concentrate here on the front. So, hey Marco. Come on. Okay. That's done. And the only thing left is the steering and the torsion bars. Okay, yep. That's it. So this of course needs some reinforcing as well. But what we're going to do is that these here are now going to sit one stud lower. So in this perspective, one stud higher. And we need to connect, once we're done this, we need to connect this rail to this to have something coherent here. So we're going to have to change this a little bit, because this guy needs to have some friction, because see, as it is now, it's so easy to turn that it causes the while you see this happens, some vibration happen, and this already slips. So I have the suspension readjusts itself constantly, which we cannot have. So this needs some friction somewhere here. There's enough room here for a bigger gear. We may explore this or not, but definitely here's room enough for a friction coupling of sorts. So we're going to explore this, and of course this guy here is going to be replaced. It's going to be replaced with this guy in order for us to pass the frame rail through. So I would go like this, and there a friction pin would be going through here. I just need to see how we're going to solve this, and then the gear would be on the other side. Let's see. Or yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how to solve this yet, but right now this is not a priority. This is just one of the goals. So basically we unclip the front. Not needed right now. And we have we don't have a front end. My god. Where's the front gone? The front fell off. No, we're not going to use the rubber ones. I hate using any kind of rubber, either rubber bands or rubber whatever, not coming on the car. No way. So, yeah. Okay, so let's build our new front. So the suspension and this. Okay, the challenge with the front, with the suspension bridge, of course, is the attachment points. I'm going to remove these guys because right now we do not need them. Don't worry about it. That's not important right now. That's trivial. We're going to solve this one way or the other. Let's focus on the suspension bridge. So the problem here is that these attachment points now need to be one step lower than here. That's easier said than done, because where's the other one? Ah, yeah, here. You see, this is the mounting point for our lower wishbone, and in our old suspension bridge, come on, the mounting point for our A-arm is here. Now combining, why is this not focusing? Okay. So now combining this guy and this into one plane and having being able to attach the suspension arm like this is going to be a challenge. And of course, we have all of the other stuff that we already figured out to mount. So yeah, let's see. Let's see what we can do. Some things will need to be redesigned. That's for sure. But definitely, we do want this. Absolutely. Okay. That's a bit of a joke, but yeah. Okay. Let's gather some connectors in order to get some inspiration. What could we use? definitely gonna have to use something like this. And of course, it needs to go across, so we need this reinforcement going across as well. So I would probably start with this guy. How much do we need? This is, that's 1, 2, it's a 9er. 9er across. What's that? Yep, Lego will not want my solutions. Definitely not. I would take too much time to design them, and then I don't know. Yeah, keep those models need to be constantly on the coming. So okay, let's visit some pictures for inspiration. Always nice to get some inspiration with the real car. So that's the suspension bridge. Yeah. Okay, but I see that that the part that's actually combining the two halves does not necessarily have to be here, because it's a K member. That's how it's called. So the part that's binding them together is in the front. So not exactly here. That makes our life quite a lot easier. A lot easier. Okay. So basically we have it reversed here on our old model. So this guy, this cross member, can be here in the front. Doesn't have to be here. So this is good because we need to, our priority is here in the front. Here our priority is to mount the wishbone, and at the same time provide a mounting point to the chassis. So that's cool. And it has to be precisely like this. I mean, in this area. Of course, we're not going to use the same parts, because that's not going to get us anywhere. Maybe this, but we need something to mount this to the chassis. So what I used here in the mock-up isn't gonna fly, because we cannot attach anything to this, at least not like this. And I also used a spacer, which this guy must go. This guy must go. So the lower wishbone needs to attach directly to something here. And we must not forget that, of course, on top of everything, we need to consider that our steering linkage is also going to attach here. So that there's quite a, everything is going to be smaller, and still we need to mount everything. So yeah, quite a challenge. Well, okay, save this one. Hmm. Okay, so we know this guy cannot be lower than it is because it will clash here with the suspension bridge. Okay, let's first try to mount this to the chassis. And it needs to be, of course, as stiff as possible. This is the most important mounting point. Mm-hmm. I'm tempted to use this. Not sure if I want to though. No. I would really like to use this. But with the hole going into the other direction. So I would have to use, yeah, going into the other direction, but still, oh, so complicated. I don't know, something like this. Oh, come on. Something like this. But this isn't a good solution. So maybe rather than this, maybe something like this. But I'm not really happy with any of these solutions. I just know that I want the suspension to go in here. Then I have problems with mounting these guys. Then I have problems mounting these guys. So but it's not going to be here. Cannot do anything to re-engineer this. Okay, so let me just get another piece. It's a 3. Okay. It's 3. just going to replicate this, just so I have a baseline, so that I have our friend here. And then how is this done? Ah, okay. This is done like this. Okay, maybe we can do it better. Or can we? So this guy connects to the other side. Yeah. It has room. It has room. If I turn it around like this, it has room, because in our scenario it would sit, yeah, it would sit like this here. No, it would sit exactly here. Exactly here. Yeah. Okay. That's not going to be such a huge problem, but this is going to be a challenge. Or is it? Or is it? Oh my. Oh my. Okay. This could be better than what we had. This could be better. Could be much better. Let me just do a few quick things and see if it is indeed going to be better. So we need this. This is the guy. Okay. I need exactly this. But then if I do this, this is going to be able to pivot, which I don't want. I don't want this. At the same time, I think we might be able to make the mounting point of the steering box sturdier. No, I have not tried watermelon with cheese. Does not sound very delicious to me. I'm not a huge fan of watermelon and not a huge fan of feta cheese, so okay. Let's see where this gets us. Well, come on. So what if this is like this and like this? Okay. So this is just, you know, a thought. Our suspension would go in here. And then what if we just replace it here? This guy here, replace with this. Just test things. So it would be like this. This has potential. Yeah. Leon really likes to talk about food. Okay. By the way, a friend of mine just reminded me that the fact that we are not I don't know 100 people here is because I of course forgot to set reminders for the stream on YouTube. I completely forgot. So for the next stream, I'll do that, and we'll see if there will be more people. Okay, we're going to do something else. Okay, okay, I like this. This even means that we can basically omit this, which is going to give us even more room in the engine bay. Um, so the way we have it now, you see, this is where the thing mounts to the body. Okay, I don't know how to combine this with the front part, but you see this guy. This gray guy here is where this is. So basically what we can do is we can omit this part, and we are going to get a much larger opening here. So there will be more room for the engine or whatever we decide to put in. Very good. I like it. I like it. So we would do, instead of this, we would do it like this. Like this. Very nice. You see? So this entire thing going away. I call this a win. Now we just need to figure out how to continue this to the next mounting point, which will have the cross member. Yeah, your bell is not ticking because I mean, you're not getting notifications because of an upcoming stream because I have not set a reminder for an upcoming stream. My bad. So for the next stream, if you're subscribed and have the bell ticked, you will get a reminder. Okay. So what are our options here? So one part we can do this, or we can extend it here, which we could, or we could extend it here, which we also could. This would be even easier. But one thing that we need to keep in mind, we need to keep in mind this guy. This guy. And on the real car, if we look at the pictures, how this is solved, on the real car, see, here is the mounting point for the suspension, and here is the hole for the strut bar, so for the bar that we have here. So it's pretty much combined two into one. And we need to engineer something along the lines. So I have a feeling that where's one of the okay. Yeah, I have the feeling that we are going to have to re-engineer this somehow. Re-engineer this so that it would be, well, one stat's probably not gonna be enough. Something, I don't know. Let's first do the mounting point, and then we'll see what's gonna come from it. So this is this side. Okay. So we have, it's mounted like this. So this is our mounting point, yeah. Mounted like this. And then the other mounting point needs to be, of course, here. No problem. I mean, theoretically, no problem. I can just, I don't know. Stick this guy onto it. Oh, come on. And you know, I call it a day. But things are not that easy. And of course, our lift arm needs to be here. So why again did I choose this? Why did I choose this? I chose this, yeah, because it would interfere here with this guy. If I put this in, oh no, I can, okay, I can turn this around. Yeah, that would make life easier. It would make life easier. But the red pin, this guy is exactly where we need to mount the suspension. I mean, not exactly, it's further inside. Okay. Let's see if we can have our cake and eat it too. So what would happen here is that we could have, you see, this guy like this inside. Hey then, so this guy would have to be somewhere here. Okay. For this, we need to, of course, modify this. But let's hold on for it for a little while and do this first. So it needs to be 1, 2. So this is this guy. 1, 2. Okay. Well, basically, what I'm trying to do here is this. So 1, 2. We have. I don't know. I'm just doing some very, very crude options here. None of this will stick, but okay. Or would this be better? No, this might be better. Okay. So we would go like this. We would go like this. And now let's modify, which one is it? This guy. Okay. Let's modify this guy. We're just doing some quick modifications right now, just to test our theory. So we do it like this and like this. And something's not quite right. Something's not quite right. See? Of course, the elephant in the room is this guy. But let's try something. It could clear it. Come on. No, this is all under way too much tension. Way too much tension. That's interesting. Ah, okay. My bad. Holy shit. Okay. This is... It clears it just. But it clears it. And that's exactly the geometry that we need here. That's exactly what we need. Yeah. Well, not sure if this is going to be good or not in the end, but it sure is going to be sturdy. And it allows full movement. Yeah. Yeah. No tension. Perfect. Perfect. I mean, the geometry is perfect, but now how we're going to fix this to the car is another matter entirely. Okay, let's remove this. Don't need this at the moment. Yeah. So we need to keep all of this clear, so nothing can be here. We need to mount this guy. Okay, mount this guy. And of course, we need to make some connection from this part to the other part of the front suspension. So one natural idea would be, of course, to use a frame. I'm heavily gravitating towards it, and the frame can be exactly here. Can be here. Now we just need to find a way to mount this guy to the frame, and we're golden. And I think I already know how we're going to do this. So this guy's going away. Oh yeah, that's exactly where it cannot be. Okay, so that's one mounting point. And now how to do this guy. It's gonna be tricky. It's gonna be tricky. Because this sits nicely. This sits nicely. But now we have to think this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, that's correct. Ideally, I would have it here, of course. That's one option. Yeah. Oh, come on. Okay. Okay. Now we can take this off and see where the weaknesses of this are. Of course, I'm going to replicate this on the other side. See, already found a weakness, but doesn't matter. That's why we're doing this. So I'm going to replicate now the other side, just so we have symmetric. It's always easier to think when you have some symmetry. We'll explore the part. Which one is it? 99773. Which one is this? No, that's way too bulky. That's way too big. That's a sledgehammer. But yeah, let's look at the options here before we commit to the other side. So this is what's happening. So we need to find a solution here. That would prevent this from happening. Not sure if I want this, but I'm going to try it. It kind of feels we're using too much material. Ah. I'm not sure if this is going to be actually sturdy or not. Okay, let's see. You mean here? That's not the worst idea I have heard. That's absolutely not the worst idea. Yeah. Um, I'm just looking at something else. See, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. This is all way too flimsy. All way too flimsy. These needs changing. We need to do something with this because it's connected just with one pin, and I would like it if it was connected here as well. Hmm. No, I'm not gonna do that because then the frame is too narrow. The frame, we need the frame to be wide. And this guy is way too big. But we're going to have to change something here. Definitely. We're gonna have to change something here. Even this guy here. I don't want to go any further than here. I don't want to use any of this real estate. Just the edge. This is our situation right now. So, see, we're having a lot more space here. That makes a lot more room for everything. But we need to solve this corner here. We'll find a solution. Just a moment. Maybe it's either simpler or more complicated than we think it is. There are always options. I mean, I really like this. I really like this being connected to this guy. But this isn't the optimal solution. Just let me quickly mock up something. So we have this. Yeah, but then this isn't happening. Where is that guy? Okay, here. So how's this connecting? Okay. We're 2 studs away from it. Okay. Yeah, but then, oh, no. I mean, I wanted to maybe do something like this. And then something like this. This isn't going to fly. Okay. So we have this. What if we turn it upside down? No. Okay, we cannot go there because this is already our chassis. See, these are really parts where you have to think. And then when you arrive at the solution, it appears as if this was the only way from the beginning. So let's eliminate. Let's do elimination game. Put in all the elements that we like, we want. Like this. So this would be pretty good. This would be pretty good. But we need, of course, a connection here to this guy. Okay, wait for it. Okay, maybe we can have our cake and eat it as well. Had some black. Oh yeah, here it is. This guy, and then up this guy. Okay. No cake for me. Hey, what's your name in Latin words? I cannot really make out what it is. I'm very bad at reading Cyrillic. Okay. Wait a minute. That's not bad. That's not bad. If we manage to mount this guy, we're onto something. Let me get a few more of these thin lift-ons. Okay, so our solution there was this. Okay, so we can do. Oh, hey Ruslan. Hey. Okay. Now suppose we do this. And this. And let's say that we just for now do this. Okay. And here, of course, we do this. Come on. Okay. Now, suddenly, this is pretty damn strong, I dare to say. This is damn strong. I like it. Let's get rid of this blueprint, and we have quite nice and sturdy suspension. Pretty damn good. And this is also very strong. The mount for the steering. All in all, I think this is good. It's very minimal. It probably can't get smaller than this. Then again, I will probably what I'm gonna do is I'm using a black pin here, like this. A concern, of course, to the careful observer will be that now we have to thread this guy through here, but I think this isn't going to be a problem. Crap. Okay. Hey Matthew. Okay. Of course, things are never as good as they seem. Now that we did this, of course, focus, please. See, now there's this pin here, which should not be here, because this guy, this is where the A-arm needs to mount. So we need to modify the A mount or do something else, but it's gonna be tricky. It's gonna be tricky because the A-arm, as it's built now, this is what gives it strength for the torsion bars, and I would not want to change this. So we need to go back to the drawing board and do something about this. I knew it was too good to be true. Something had to be wrong. Oh. If only we had a part that is like this, just one stud longer. Just one stud longer, so we could omit this pin and have one here. It would be so perfect. Let's put the frame back on just for reference. Okay. My God. Now if we remove this, let's go. We are of course instantly being greeted by this, which we do not want. This is unaffected, of course, but I mean, not entirely, but yeah. But this guy needs to be fixed because this is one of the most important mounts to the chassis. And now to fix this. Okay. Okay, so we can have this done like this. Without really changing much. We're omitting this. Now we can also change this. This. And we use this guy. This. This. And this. So this now is of an acceptable strength. And now let's mount it to this. See what's it like. Oh yes. Yes, people, this is our front suspension bridge. That's definitely it. It's strong enough, it fulfills all requirements. Okay. Yep. That clears it as well. So now let's replicate this guy. Then we can assemble the front suspension. It's as quick as this. And it's compared to this guy, this is going to be so much simpler. So much simpler. Right. I mean, I don't know about you, but I like this. This is our old suspension bridge. See? This is the old one. And this is the new one. I like the new one much more. There's of course another challenge coming. We'll see about that. But I think we're going to be okay. 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 This looks perfect. Now look at how much more room there is here. Look at how much more room we gained. And we are going to do something about this as well. But right now let's enjoy the room we gained. Very nice. Now I'm going to add a few bracing elements. Yeah, so everything is squared. And now let's see about this. So, first, the uprights. First, the uprights. So, the uprights on our modified suspension were changed. So, the uprights that we had were half a stud offset, and I decided that's not a good idea. So we're going to use these. Not sure how we're going to mount the steering links. That's the next challenge. But first, let's modify these to look like this, so we can mount them. Yeah, that stuff can be put half a stud lower, but we're going to wait because there's going to be some geometry changes that we need to take into account. Maybe something will happen with that. I don't know. We'll see. Just hold on for a minute. so that we modify this. I need a few more parts. So let's pull this apart. This one is no longer needed. Okay. I'm gonna leave all of this open as this because I don't know what's gonna happen. So we're gonna modify this when we know what the geometry is. So one more. This guy needs to be modified as well. Okay. So these are mirrored and should be like this one. Yeah. Okay. These guys are okay. And now a small modification here to the lower steering arm. Not sure what's going to happen here because I know there was a reason we moved this, but we'll see. We'll see. Well, I have a bad feeling about this. It looks like we need to move this half a stat more inwards because this is creating tension. if we do that, then all of this is problematic. But moving this, what? The gray and black on the red and yellow. What do you mean? Where do you see yellow axles? You mean this guy? Yeah, so problem here is that this is under tension as it is now, and this is not good. This is not good. So this, if it wasn't under tension, that would be perfect, but it is. So it pushes, basically it pushes this guy to the back, and there's a half a stud offset. But we have absolutely no way of doing this. Except maybe if we have it here, maybe let's see what this would mean, just for shits and giggles. If we had this guy here, yeah, that would be perfect, actually. Let's try something. Not sure I like it. But let's see. Well, this does work, but I don't like this a bit, to be honest. Does create a triangle, but it's kind of, it looks weird, it feels weird. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, the geometry is exactly as I want it. That's perfect. But I'm not sure about this. There's, I mean, it allows the movement, but I really don't like this. That said, there's another option. There's another option that I just see, and that was not available to us before. Moment. Just one moment. Maybe we can simplify this even more. Say. Yeah, okay. This is going to create a problem. Yeah. It's not as simple as I thought. So, my initial idea was that I could perhaps mount this to our frame. That would be an option. But that would mean, yeah, that's not gonna be an option. That's not gonna be an option. No, the shorter link does us no favors. No favors. Where to mount it? How to mount it? Where to mount it? I don't know. That's not gonna fly either. I mean, perfect mounting point is here. Half a stat offset. God damn it. Well, I don't know. For now, we're going to omit this entirely. And we are going to revisit it at a later moment in time. So we're not abandoning the idea of having the links here, just focusing on other things. Which are more important. Okay. So now that we made this, the suspension geometry definitely has changed. And now we need to use the short links to see where our mounting points are supposed to be. And for this, we need to make sure that this doesn't, you know, this doesn't move too much. Otherwise, our results are going to be very inaccurate. Oh, seriously. Okay, yeah, that's now reasonably stiff. So let's see. We want, of course, this to be parallel with the lower wishbone, and it needs to mount approximately where? Here. Well, exactly where this fucker is. Okay. Yeah, but there's bump steer here. I guess this needs to be further out. But then everything's gonna change. Yeah, again bump steer. Don't be so obsessed with Ackerman. Ackerman is overrated. Man, that bump steer. Yeah, you can clearly see that these two are not aligned properly. So this guy needs to be half a stud further up. Half a stud. So we would be using these again, but so half a stud further up and one stud further in. So we would use, where is it? Another this. One moment. Humor me for just a minute, a second. Okay, we would use this. Then we would use this guy. And then this guy. Then we would have like this and like this, and go in like this. Let's see if this is better. Holy Batman. No. It needs to be one stud further up. Okay. But now we run into the problem of, okay. Just a moment. Come on. This guy. This guy. This guy. Okay. What now? Okay. This looks better. We're building a Dodge Charger. Okay. This looks all right. As far as I can tell. As far as I can tell. I cannot feel or see bump steer. I cannot see and feel bump steer. And the geometry, suspension geometry is also better than it was. I mean, the steering geometry. This is very good. Very good. Great. This is perfect. So we can do this. You see, we can do this. Now this is very sturdy compared to before. Excellent. And now, of course, we do some more reinforcements like this. And suddenly we have a very, very sturdy upright, suspension upright. This is excellent. Well, apart from the Lego wheel hub, but I cannot do anything about it. In the LP Power version, there will be LP Power wheel hubs, so this is going to be eliminated as well. So, but for now, as we said, we're building this with as if this was a Lego model. So no modified parts. So this is what you get. Now let's replicate this on the other side, and then we can attach this guy to the rest of the chassis that's eagerly waiting to be reunited. Okay. Oh, this guy. Very nice. Okay. Oh, really, I hate when this happens. Those always going out of this socket. Okay. There we go. Okay, just let me get myself a cup of tea and then we continue. Uh, let's not obsess with Ackerman. It's nice to have it, but it's not really the end of the world if we don't. Okay. So now we can move this guy 2 studs down. Okay. just one stud. That's all we are allowed. Or are we? Yeah, I think it's just one stud that we're allowed to move it on. I mean, one stud, half a stud. Okay. Let's not obsess with this. Let's, it's fine. Let's mount this to the rest of the body now. So the old mounting to the body, now obsolete. Let's just check if the length is the same. And it is. So, okay. Remove this. So, now we need to mount our new front clip. New front clip to the body. Oh, come on. Mount, okay. Okay, so now it's held on just by the torsion bars. But we can right away see that the old mounting points are not gonna fly anymore because these guys are now lower. So we need to come through here and down to mount the frame rail directly to this guy, and then we're going to mount the frame rail in this guy to probably somewhere here, just so it's fixed. And then of course there will be a top mount. Okay, so let's remove this, since right now it's just in our way. We have the other side for reference, so we don't have to worry about this. And remove this guy. So now that we remove that, my idea is to go to the front this. But we have to now think of our adjuster for the torsion bars. So as discussed before, they tend to readjust themselves just because there's slack in them. You can tighten them, but once the suspension moves a little bit, then over time this tension will loosen, and then you have slack, and then it'll adjust the suspension, and we don't want that. So one way, of course, would be to just mount a friction pin to them, and then this friction pin would of course go through here. But the only issue here is how do you adjust it? There's no more possibility of mounting anything to it to adjust it. Yeah, so that's really the problem here. This would be ideal if I could adjust it, but I can't. I mean, sure, we could now turn the worm gear, but I don't really see that happening, especially not with the added friction now. Let me have another cup of tea. Think about it. A sip, not a cup. Can't drink a cup immediately. So, what to do here? What to do? That's the $1,000,000 question. Yeah, but where to mount that blue friction pin? What we could do is, for example, if we use a longer axle, it should be a 6-stud axle, which we can afford, and we run it through here. Let's see, just a thought experiment. We have a 6-stud axle here, so now we have 1, 2, 3 studs room. We could then mount the gear here and use this, but then the problem is that this guy, oh wait, it does. Oh, there's no problem. What am I talking about? There is no problem. There's absolutely zero problems. So we need to use a 7-stud axle here. Problem solved. How do you like the solution? I like this. It's got all the elements that I like. It's very simple. It has friction now, just enough that it's not gonna loosen itself anymore. You tweeted me a picture. Let's see. Yeah, you can. There's room. There's room for a gear as big as you like. There's exactly enough room for to use a gear as big as you like. Yeah, that would be a possibility. What you tweeted me. The problem is I don't feel comfortable using it because there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure on this gear, and I fear that if it's a pin and then an axle, it would compromise the contact between this and the gear underneath. Yeah, just if you like, use one bevel one size up, no problem. Or you can use the 16 tooth gears. Either one of those will fit. So use what you like. I'm gonna go with this solution, but you can use whatever you like. So now we have to make the connection between this and this. This connection is, of course, a no-brainer. We won't even discuss it. So now let's figure out what we need here. So we need a 13 at least, yeah. And it needs to be like this. Okay. Is it that simple? No, it can't be that simple. So, looks like we gotta get to use another instance of our little friend, the connector. And we need to redesign this guy here, ever so slightly. So now we had this guy going through. Oh no, we can't. We cannot do that. But we can do this, I guess. We can do this. Come on. Yeah, we can do this and this. Okay, like that, I guess. I hope this this doesn't interfere in our affairs. The wheel, I mean. Shouldn't, but let's check. Let's check if the wheel is going to be a hindrance. Okay, so no, the wheel is not going to interfere. Okay. Ah, yes. There. Ah, it's a 7 stud. Ah, I forgot. Okay. There we go. There we go. Suddenly, this is mounted. Now let's replicate this on the other side. Then we turn the car around and do the top mounts. Come on. Let's squeeze you in. You know, just for some extra stability. Now I really need to make pictures of it tomorrow, so that when I'm gone, you can all catch up and build it. So when I return, I expect every one of you to have their own version of this car at home, so we can build along. You have 1 week. 1 week I'll be gone 1 week on vacation, and you have 1 week to finish it. All right? Yes, I'm on vacation in Germany. I'm one of those few freaks that actually goes to Germany instead of to the sea. I'm going to the Nürburgring. Where else? Where else would I be going? Nürburgring, Nordschleife. Sadly, this year I'm going without my car. I'm going with a friend with his car, so we're ride sharing. So I'll probably not be doing any laps on the ring. But next year, maybe next year, my real life E30 is going to be finished, so I can do some laps with it. Yep, Nürburgring ist geil. Da stimme ich dir absolut zu. Nah, I don't have the time and money to do it twice. Okay. I think we're done. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. I really like this. I really like what we did here. This is going to give so much stability to the car. But of course, the top needs fixing. Now let's see what we can do about that. And now you can clearly see that, come on, how everything is now lower. See? The front of the car is now so much lower, which is good. Naja, ich lerne schon seit meinem 4. Lebensjahr Deutsch. Also etwas muss ich doch können, oder? The right 7-stud axle is not all the way. Which one? Where? Oh, right. Yes, thanks. True. True. So, I'm just gonna fix the steering wheel, because our actions have somehow dislodged it. Then we can move on. For fuck's sake. There we go. So our steering wheel works. Very nice. Okay, let's not play with it too much. Now, what was my initial idea here? like in the real car, I want to do, oh come on, how would I show you this in the best way? So we would have these, but of course the front ones would be, these would be 7 stud longs, 7 stud long panels. So like in the real car, this is the shape of the engine bay, making it look quite big enough. Yeah, I'll show you the perspective from here. Looks quite big. And then we would have, I don't know, I'll just put one here like this, and then we would hang our fenders here. So these would be basically fender hangers, like this. This is exactly the same. The fenders are 1 stud above them. So yeah, let me take you on a ride. Ah, come on. So fenders, come on. They are 1 stud above. These. If it makes any sense. Yeah, let me turn the car around so I can show it better. You can see here actually how relatively big the engine bay is. So we have quite some breathing room to build our suspension. And basically I discovered that we can move these guys to the outside. They must not, I mean, it's not necessary for them to be here. So there's additional room for improvement, because I see that they do clear the suspension. So that's good. So now let's move to the important bit here. Let's get rid of this. Well, it should be black. The car should be black, yeah. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if this guy bumps at the end of its travel. Yeah, it does. Oh god. Okay. Yeah, there's no room for it. Okay, it must be here. So let's mount it here and forget about it. Okay. Okay, now to this top part. So we need to attach this guy to the body. Shouldn't be too difficult. Well, okay. maybe a tad more difficult than I want, because the main problem here is the steering. So we can do something here. Doesn't really need much. I mean, the beefy part is here at the bottom. We just need to attach it here with something so it doesn't do this. Then it's fine. Yeah, no, probably not. D-shaped beam, I don't know. I think I have a better idea. A more modular idea. You're not thinking modular enough. So, what we are going to use is a bunch of black parts. We're going to use these guys. So first order of business is to get this blue pin out. This blue pin needs to come out somehow. Okay. It's gonna be replaced with, no, wrong pin. With this guy. Gonna be replaced with this guy. Might as well put it on him. Yeah, perfect. Perfect, okay. And now for the party trick, we're gonna use these guys. Yeah. Just enough room. Okay. Hey, Yoka. I hope I didn't butcher your name. Okay. And voila. There it goes. And it's removable. And now, next to it, There we go. Perfect fit. Our fender extension. Come on. Oh. Man, that looping, it's so hard. What the? We didn't glue it. Whew. Okay. Let's see. I can use a tool. Jesus, what? Why is this? Oh my god. Okay. Now I know. Okay, no problem. No problem. Put it like in like this. Okay. And I'm wondering why it's not going out. As if it's super glued. Okay. Yeah, it was in between the frames, yeah. But problem solved. Crisis avoided. Okay. Okay, that's our hood. Of course, the level of our hood. And one thing I would also like to do, which is present on the real car, in the frame rails. Let's see if we're lucky. Let's see if we are lucky. I want to make a gearbox. Okay. I would like this to be less flappy. Right now it's just... Oh, come on. I want to bit this... make this less flappy. What could we do here? Okay. Very simple solution. And simple yet complicated, if you, depending on how you look at it. Yes, we want to make the car remote controlled, so everything is going to be electric. Okay, this side will be a little trickier. A little trickier. You can maybe we could do this. Yeah, maybe. We'll work it out. So, yeah. I mean, the way I see it, our body with the new front end got a lot stiffer. A lot stiffer. Of course, with the front is gonna get a grill, something like this. Yeah, we can maybe wait a minute. What if this guy fits? No, oh, that would be too nice. This was a straight fit. Oh, but it fit. Oh, wait a minute. Does it fit? Yeah. With a little help. With a little help. There we go. So this now looks already quite realistic, I guess. Yep. I think so too. Now imagine the fenders. So there's room for the wheels in the fenders. I think we're good. Looking quite good. Well, the motor will be in the best position possible. See, we put a gear on this, and the motor sits underneath here on the steering column. I'm back on Monday, but basically Monday evening. But there will be no stream because I'll be completely knackered from the drive. So our chassis right now Quest 30, you know, the leaf springs in the back are still quite hard because there's literally no weight here. This is so light. This is so light, but the body is strong. You see? Exactly as it should be. And it's really a light car, and still there's still some strength missing because we need to finish the area here under the rear seats. The area under the rear seats is basically empty. There's nothing here. There's nothing here yet. So there will be additional strength added here. I'm really happy that we did this part, that we put the frame rail lower. That solved a lot of problems. The tension rods, well, we're gonna tackle them. I would like them to be there, but they are not the end of the world, I guess. But yeah, probably need to be there. No, Lego would never allow me to do this. But I don't care. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, we definitely need the tension links. We do need them. Yeah, we'll leave that for the next episode. There's always something to do. But this looks alright. And this is the front suspension bridge is really a lot more compact than it was. And now we can wiggle out the details here. We'll think of something. In the worst case scenario, we can omit this guy and put it basically here or here, something like that. We can work with this. I think, but I use elastic deformation on Lego parts for in basically every model that I make. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, this part of the car. So this part of the car, the front one, is really sturdy. This is really sturdy, but of course the rear part isn't yet, exactly because we are missing a whole lot of car here. So this is still allowed to move a little bit. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. But once we are done here, this will be sturdy as well. And we need to, of course, tidy up this area. This needs some attention as well. So it'll be a little bit neater than it is now. I guess now that we have structure around it, we can afford to see what to do here. Anyway, that's it for today. I think we have reached the end of today's stream. Next time, I guess we are going to finish the front with the strut, with the tension links that we need, and then we need to make structure here in the area of the rear seats. And once we're done with that, we need to finish the roof so it looks presentable. And then we are done with all of the major structural parts of the car. Then we move on to exterior, I guess. Anyway, I will put alert on YouTube for the next stream, so everybody who's subscribed will be notified, something which I neglected to do until now. And I see you after my holiday.